Help me welcome Randy.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow members, guests, new members, good evening. My name is Rad, and I'm here giving my icebreaker this evening. As you heard, my title is I do not know where I'm from. I really do not. I was adopted into a family here in town. I was born in Moses Lake. Some of you heard my story at the picnic. And even later, attempting to find out what makes me up, who I am. I'm a person that you see here before you tonight that does not know really where he comes from. I just began with me. There's no history, there's no genetics. Although I've tried the science of the time, and even that has been used. But what I was left with was me then. I don't know if you can imagine what that's like. If you're part of a family and you have siblings that are naturally born into the family. But there's that extra spark that starts when you begin your life that you have no question about when you have any interaction with it. Now imagine someone that does not have that spark. I'm trying to let you know who I am from the skin in. Mechanically, sure, I can tell you where I was from, what I did, kind of jobs I've had, but I'm going to do something that I was uncomfortable about tonight, and that is that thing that I just spoke of, letting you know me from this skin. So having this kind of environment, missing that thing that I call the spark, trying to put myself into life and make sense of it and find my part. Very confusing, because I don't have that thing that many of you take for granted, may have never even thought of before. I mean, there was a time that I was younger, I thought, sure, I was brought here by aliens. They thought, well, maybe they had a few too many, and I look pretty close to everybody, I sound pretty close, and it's like, this planet's full of those people, let's drop them off. This is a good spot, why not? But I just never quite fit in. And when I was younger, I loved my little sister, and I want to let you into the story because this really changed my life. And I would just do anything for her. I mean, I'm the third in a family of four. My mother had a miscarriage, and then Dad adopted me into the family right away. Then the miracle child, my younger sister, came along. And I admired her. But something happened. I was about 8 years old, and this really changed my life. We lived in an orchard, and we were walking to school, and I picked an apple. It was harvest time, and I picked an apple for her, and I polished it up, and I gave it to her out of love. And she took that thing, and she looked at it, and she threw it on the ground, and she says, I don't want this thing. I never want you to do anything for me. And it absolutely changed everything inside me. It was like I had a paradigm shift. It was a scorching torment that I can remember today. And that was 8 years old. I'm a little bit older than that now. But what it did to me is it made me turn inward, and I became encapsulated. It's because I did not want to face any more disappointment for caring for someone so dearly and have that reversed on me, and so that I could feel that kind of pain again. So I created this shell around me, this titanium shell. But the thing that I misinterpreted, because I was so young and there was no mentoring, I didn't know how to ask. I says, and I forgot that if nothing gets in, nothing gets out. And so I've lived many years of controlling my environment, managing everything, making sure that the variables were minimal so that I can control the world around me and not have any more of these sporadic disappointments in my life. And I spent many, 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 many years like that. But I want to say this. In retrospect, I wish I would have found a better way. Because what I realized today, and I've been lucky to find a way out from that kind of prison that I had built for myself. And what it came in was packaged in the ability to finally realize that that kind of internal suffering doesn't have to happen, but there was only one way out of that for me. And that was trying to find some way that I could sacrifice something of value, that control, that management, that stranglehold on life. If I could sacrifice, I had to look it up. Giving up something of value for something of greater value. What I thought I absolutely needed to manage through my life, I realized was being my greatest burden, and that if I could let go of that momentarily, I would have an opportunity to be free, to actually care for another human being, free from the worry, the doubt, the disappointment. And so at that time, I started on the journey of challenging myself to find more and greater ways to sacrifice the ego that I had, that protection that I had built, so that I could create channels so that I could have a relationship all the way. I'd never had that before, and the ability to feel. If I die tomorrow, I am going to die someone that knows that he's happy because he's learned how to love me. And for my finish, I see the light. You know, I told you in the start, I says, I don't know where I come from, but today I know where I am going to go.